Jin-Woo, wielding the powers of the Shadow Monarch, ascended to become the mightiest hunter in history, bringing an end to the millennium-long war between the monarchs and rulers almost single-handedly. But what if I told you that even greater adversaries loom on the horizon? Entities so immense in power that they have fashioned entire universes beyond mortal comprehension, stretching into the vast expanse of outer space. That's right, the outer gods have arrived, and their sights are set upon none other than the Shadow Monarch himself, our protagonist, Jin-Woo. Yet he cannot face this impending conflict alone, not even with his legion of shadow soldiers. What he needs is someone who can stand shoulder to shoulder with him, someone capable of harnessing the powers of not just one, but multiple monarchs. And that someone is none other than his own son, Suho. This sets the stage for the sequel to Sololeveling, Ragnarok, where Suho takes the spotlight as the protagonist. Born to Jin-Woo and Cha-hai, Suho is not just any ordinary child. He inherits the lineage of his father, albeit with some unique differences, such as the ability to tame and command pets that evolve into formidable monsters as he progresses in level. But to truly grasp Suho's narrative, we must revisit the conclusion and epilogue of Sololeveling. After defeating the Dragon Monarch, Jin-Woo resets the world, eradicating the existence of gates and preventing hunters from awakening. But how does Suho possess powers in this altered timeline without the presence of gate stones? The answer lies in the transformation of Jin-Woo himself by the series' end. His DNA fundamentally altered. Each reset spawns a new iteration of Jin-Woo, passing down his powers to his descendants. Unlike his father, Suho's abilities manifest early, triggered by the awakening of gates on Earth and his encounter with the system. Suho's journey begins as a toddler, demonstrating extraordinary capabilities from a young age, including an apparent ability to levitate, an invisible force lifting him into the air. Witnessing his son's awakening, Jin-Woo undertakes the task of training him to master his burgeoning power. Suho forms bonds with the Shadow Army, particularly with Bilu, who becomes a mentor figure and instills in Suho a fascination with ants. However, Suho's prodigious strength becomes a double-edged sword, alienating him from his peers and drawing the attention of his teachers. In a bid to grant Suho a normal upbringing, Jin-Woo seals away his son's powers and erases his memories of the supernatural realm. This decision allows Suho to live a semblance of a regular life until his high school years. Despite living as an ordinary teenager, Suho's innate sense of justice and desire for challenge persist. He gains a reputation for defending the weak against bullies, yet harbors a yearning for greater purpose and formidable opponents. Eventually, Suho's path leads him to his father's domain, the Shadow Dungeon, where he embarks on a journey of self-discovery and rediscovery of his abilities. Within the Shadow Dungeon, Suho undergoes rigorous training, mirroring his father's challenges and confronting formidable adversaries such as Ingress and Belion. His unparalleled potential emerges, surpassing even seasoned hunters and drawing admiration from his father, who becomes Suho's only match in combat. However, Suho's journey is not without turmoil. His encounters within the Shadow Dungeon blur the lines between reality and dreams, leaving him questioning his identity. Meanwhile, the emergence of the Outer Gods heralds a new era of conflict, prompting Jin-Woo to once again assume his mantle as the Shadow Monarch and depart Earth to face these divine entities. As Jin-Woo confronts the Outer Gods, Suho faces his own trials on Earth. With both his father and mother missing, Suho finds himself thrust into a world threatened by the return of gates and the resurgence of hunters. Despite Jin-Woo's efforts to spare humanity from this fate, the emergence of the Outer Gods complicates matters, necessitating Suho's awakening as a hunter. Armed with his inherited powers and aided by mentors like Beerus, Suho embarks on a journey of growth within the system. Unlike his father, Suho's path diverges, driven not just to succeed Jin-Woo, but to stand as his equal. Through the trials of the Shadow Dungeon and the challenges posed by the system, Suho hones his skills, acquiring powerful weapons and mastering unique abilities. Among Suho's arsenal are his daggers, crafted from the remains of formidable monsters, and his ability to extract shadows, creating a legion of elite soldiers to aid him in battle. Yet, Suho's abilities extend beyond mere combat prowess. His aptitude for taming and commanding monsters grants him a versatile array of allies, including the potential to raise a cataclysmic dragon. But perhaps Suho's most remarkable trait is his inheritance of the other monarch's powers, affording him a level of versatility and strength unparalleled in his lineage. With each challenge he faces and each adversary he overcomes, Suho inches closer to fulfilling his destiny as the equal of son Jin-Woo, poised to confront the mightiest of foes and shape the fate of both Earth and the realms beyond.